Hey, what's up, guys? Downey, you good? What up, Taz? Good day to you guys and gals. I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys about everything that's going on and even some clarifications on kind of my understanding of ah, what's happening around the world, or particularly in the United States. Um, and I think people, just from some of the comments and messages that we're getting via email and stuff and Facebook from people, I think the message that we're trying to share from the Blind Justice channel may not be getting out clearly. So I'm just trying to clarify what it is my understanding is on this stuff. So you can go back and check the videos that we've done. We've done a few live videos on this. We checked a few hospitals, several of the main hospitals in the region in North Carolina and the Piedmont Triad area, Greensboro, Winston-Salem. And so people were like, well, why are you checking that? Why are you going to ask screeners the symptoms when you can look it up? You can check it online. Like, yeah, checking online is one thing. Going in person with the camera to find out if the people doing the screening actually know the screening criteria and are willing to tell you, like, that would have been it. That would have been that. Okay, can you tell us how many patients are admitted for the virus stuff? And then that would have been basically it. But we were stonewalled with security. Jeff and I were, so, and then police. So that's interesting right there. Like, if they want to disseminate information to the public, to let the public know what the process is like, if they can get screened, if they can get a test, why wouldn't they be willing to share that information? That raises more questions than it answered, right? But so let me try to clarify. I try to ask questions, and I try to question everything. So and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Don't take my word for anything. This is why I don't play the appeal to authority game. I don't say, look at this expert or this place or that. Like, take the information from as many sources as you can and try to resolve it. I don't know. No, I don't know anybody's explanation. I just wanted to try to clarify what it is I'm thinking about this, because there's been confusion about what I guess people are misinterpreting the purpose of the videos, my recent videos, and even what I've said. So I haven't denied the existence of the virus, right? Saying there probably is this virus out here, right? But so if this is a threat to people, right? And if this is, we can use some kind of military language. I talked. Hey, Becky. I talked with a friend the other night, I can't remember, and we were speaking in more like military terms, military language. And he's like, well, if you have, an enemy that's wreaking havoc, you need to take action against that enemy. I'm like, okay. So let me try to address it with kind of the similar language that I addressed it with my friend. It's like, we have not just one enemy, but we have multiple enemies here, right? With the virus enemy, if you want to use that kind of language, it's an unknown enemy, right? We don't know accurate information on it. We have conflicting information from experts, right? From the appeal to authority argument, from the people that are supposed to know better, right? So it's really hard to get the actual numbers, the actual truth on the lethality, on its contagion level, how fast it spreads, all this stuff, incubation. It's really hard to get precise information on it. So it's unknown. Like, Right, so we classify this as an enemy. We're not denying that it's the existence of the virus. We're not denying that people are dying with it, whether it be from it directly or from complications with other things going on. We're not denying that. Okay, but we know what we know versus what we don't know. So we have more unknowns in that category for that enemy of the virus, right, than we do for the other enemies that's happening at the same time, right? The government agents that are locking stuff down and threatening people with violence. Okay, so destroying the economy, spreading fear and stress. Right, we do know those enemies, fear, stress, and the economy being wrecked. We do have a lot more data on those enemies, and the government, like being the number one threat to your life. Like governments are responsible for killing over 250 million people in the last century alone of their own people. That's excluding war. So we do know that those threats are very real and credible. We do know that the negative effects of the sedentary lifestyle of sitting around at home, not being active, not going outside and getting exercise, right, getting sunlight. We do know there's studies and studies and studies on that, on the negative effects of stress causing disease damage to not just your body but your mind. Here, so that's why in the videos I keep trying to encourage you guys, take personal responsibility, take personal ownership, use precautions. You know, if you want yourself some virus, or you want to try to protect the spread to other people, use precautions, but don't just. It's not it's a dichotomy. It's not one or the other, right? It's not you have to do this and stay inside and not do anything, right? You can go outside, you can exercise your mind, exercise your body, exercise your liberties, right? Enjoy the outdoors. Figure out a way to stay healthy, to even become more healthy. You might have to take this opportunity to build new healthy habits for yourself, whether it be healthy eating, healthy living, exercise. You know, talking with people face to face that are in your household, or that that you maybe busy going all these different directions normally, and you have a chance to sit down and communicate with each other. So that's the stance. Like it's not one or the other. It's not there is a virus, isn't a virus, or it's not that. It's about like, okay, we can recognize there is a threat. We don't know as much about the threat as we do about these other threats. The damages that can be done with living in fear and having high stress and having a sedentary lifestyle like that, and then the economy being destroyed. People don't have access to essentials. So people. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm here to check comments, and then it said reconnect. Somebody give me a 1 if I'm back, please. Jeff. Okay, 1 of the copy. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting in a Walmart parking lot, and that's another thing. Like the businesses that are just rolling over to avoid being shut down by the Gestapo. They're adding these serpentines outside of grocery stores and Walmarts, which it seems counterproductive. It sounds counterintuitive if the goal is to limit the exposure and like face to face, like distance, between people, like forcing people to go in the same entrance, like when they have multiple entrances and exits that they can use, seems to be like you're following everybody to like the same source. Seems counterproductive. But yeah, that was just some thoughts trying to clarify. Like you guys can make up your own mind about what posture you need to take for yourself and your family, and don't just obey orders, especially when it's the people that are sending the orders historically are not out for your best interests. They want to control you. So there you go. Just a quick little update, some thoughts, and some clarifications on stuff. So another, I guess other questions that you can follow up with people that are reporting having friends or family that are dying, and they're being told that this virus is the cause of the death, is to when the timing's right, because you want to be compassionate to the people that just lost someone, but try to find out what they were actually told by the medical personnel, and those are questions that we need to ask, how is it being reported? How are they what are the records showing? Are they the medical records? Do they actually back up the cause of death statements and things like that? All right, just question everything, and just don't take everything at face value. Are you trying to catch up? Yeah. So, it's crazy inside Walmart. Yeah, serpentine.
Yeah, they actually opened both stores this time.
Oh yeah? Okay.
This one, that one. Yeah, this one hasn't opened.
All right. You want to read anything, or are we gonna just roll?
Oh, I'm way behind.
You good? All right. All right. So peace and love. Spread peace. Spread love. Not the stress, not the fear. Look at things objectively. It's harder to do that if you're closer to, places where people are suffering more. Not just because of the virus, but because of the other things, because of the stress, the fear, the government control and shutting things down and destroying the economy. People don't have access to food and services, and threats of violence just for going outside. So I know it's difficult to keep objectivity when you have all that stuff going on, but try your best. Peace and love, and Deo Presley Bear.